Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westie here, and I wanted to talk about 4 different signs that your hormones are off. And if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, yes, this is me. What do I do about it? How do I know where my hormones are at and really exactly the steps to take to improve this? I'm going to put a link in the comments right now so that you can get your very own Dutch test. I'm going to talk about Dutch test in just a minute and what it does, what it looks at, why this is like the most fantastic hormone test out there, because it is really extensive and shows so much more than most other tests, right? We get to see a lot more information with this. So first thing when you're looking at your hormones being off, first sign is looking at having an irregular cycle. Now this can be, it's longer, it's shorter, it's heavier, there's clots, there's a lot of symptoms leading up to it. Like it is just off and you're like, I don't know what to do. In fact, this week I went over a test with somebody and she was like, yeah, it can go from 21 days to 43 days and back again. I don't know what's happening. And when we took a look at her Dutch test, so this is a sample of what the Dutch test looks like. We test a lot of your different hormones. She was very similar to this. Her estrogen wasn't as high, but her progesterone was so low. I was like, you're not ovulating regularly. That's why your cycle is all over the place, because you're not really having that regular ovulation. And that can be really tough then to track. And it's really hard on the rest of your body then because everything is all over the place. So getting your own Dutch test makes sure that you know what your hormones are doing all the time. So that's one of the biggest things right there. Having hot flashes, night sweats. Sometimes it can even be just trouble regulating your own body temperature. Feeling like I'm super cold and everybody else is fine. Hi, Katie. Feeling like you get super hot for no reason, right? Everybody else is in a sweatshirt and you're like, oh, I need to be in a tank top. Holy cow, what's happening? Yeah. That trouble regulating body temperature. And a lot of times people think it is your thyroid, and it can be related to your thyroid, but a lot of the time it's related to your hormones. And so how do you know? How do we know what to target? Because you can be doing all these great things for thyroid. I'm taking this supplement for thyroid. I'm doing all this stuff great. But if we're not looking at this too, you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle. You're missing a lot of answers here. So that's why we have to look at this and why hot flashes, night sweats, things like that, or just temperature regulation can be a huge key sign that your hormones are off. Weight loss resistance. Oh my gosh, this is like the biggest thing. This is why I wrote these books, The Female Fat Solution and The Female Menopause Solution. These are on Amazon. It is because the female body just does not lose weight the same way, right? It does not lose weight the same way. It does not gain weight the same way as a male body does. So when you are trying all these things, it's not about calorie in, calorie out at all, right? It is not about that. And if you're stuck feeling like, oh, I can't lose weight. I'm like barely eating anything. I can't eat less. Like I can barely function. I'm getting exhausted. My hormones are all over the place, but I'm not seeing a single thing change in the scale. What am I doing wrong? We have to look. You're not doing anything wrong. We're missing information for you. We're missing information, right? This is the thing. Isn't thyroid issues can be related to low progesterone, I've heard. Yes, low progesterone and thyroid can be. I'll do a whole video on thyroid and progesterone and stuff and Dutch test and show you kind of what I see, because that is a whole video there. But that can also lead to a lot of weight loss resistance, thyroid issues, right? But in connection with your hormones here, it's a whole different thing because the female body just does not respond the same way. If you are under stress, your system is going to hold on to every calorie. It really does. It really does. In fact, I was just chatting with somebody this week and it was so funny. She's like, I'm super frustrated. She goes, over the past few months, my husband has lost 35 pounds. And I was like, well, that's great. That's like super good for him. Yay. And she goes, yeah, he lost 35 pounds. He did 2 things. You want to know what the 2 things he did? He stopped drinking beer every day. Like he would have, 2, 3, 4 beers, just come home from work and, have a few beers and relax and whatever. He stopped drinking beer every day. He only drank beer on Fridays. And then he worked out 3 days a week, 3 to 4 days a week. That's it. That is it. He didn't change anything else. He didn't change any other dietary things. He still eats sweets. He still eats donuts, all this stuff, and 35 pounds in a few months. She's like, it's infuriating. She goes, I have been eating, kale salads and all this stuff and working out 6 days a week, and I have not seen anything change. And I was like, I know, we have to look at this. The worst, right, men? Right? Oh, so tough for you, right? Ugh. But it's because of how their hormones function in the body and the purpose of hormones in the body, right? The female body is not designed to be fat burning all the time. That's just not how it works naturally. It's not healthy for our systems. We can get to fat burning, but we have to be able to have our hormones be working for us and functional. Then we can get to a fat burning place and get to a healthy body. Kara, so feel her pain, right? Right? Don't you just feel like, oh my gosh, yes, that's totally it. That's totally it. I know, right? Testosterone, good for them, right? Women have higher testosterone, and what do we get? We get chin hair and mustaches, and our hair falls out, and acne, and all this stuff. Come on. Ridiculous. Anyway, so this is a big piece of what we look at with Dutch test. In fact, there's a lot of women who get Dutch test just because they feel like they are crazy, right? They're like, I don't understand this. I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like I'm bonkers because I am doing all the things. I've been going to the gym. I've been doing this workout program. I have this trainer. I've been doing these meals. I've been right? All these things that I used to do that worked aren't working anymore. What's wrong with me? We need to look at what your system needs and what's missing and what's off. Once we correct those things and get your system functioning better, you live in a different body, and you live in a body that actually responds to you in a positive way. So that's the really great thing. The last one here is fatigue. This can be a lot of different types of fatigue, right? It's not just like, oh, I get a little tired. Oh. No, this can be fatigue where you feel like, I can't get out of bed in the morning. I feel like a dang zombie. I can't recover from workouts. I do a leg day and I am sore for 5 days. I can't recover. That's a problem. Feeling like you don't have the energy to get through your day and do your daily tasks. Right? One of the most common things I hear from women when I start working with them is that they start getting more motivated. I'm getting so much more done. All these things, this closet I needed to clean out, boom, it's done now. I feel so much better. Yeah, because you're not exhausted all the time. How long have you felt like you get overwhelmed with just getting through your day? It's not you. It's not up here. It's literally in your body, and that your system does not have enough energy, and that your cortisol levels are off. And that's what we look at here too. We look at your adrenal function and your cortisol levels. That's a big thing. I have one good week a month. Yes, this is what I'm talking about too. I have one good week a month. Feeling like you don't feel good except for, a very short amount of time during the month. There is somebody I worked with this year. This was fairly recent. She got a Dutch test, and we started working together because of her marriage. It's a tough thing. She literally felt like garbage and was moody and everything else. And she only felt good like half of the month. And the other half of the month, she didn't feel good, right? And she's like, I can't stop the mood swings, And she's like, my husband is talking about getting separated and potentially divorced because he's not happy. But she's like, I'm not the same person and I don't know what to do anymore. Hormones. It's hormones. Let's get your body functioning better. Let's get you feeling better and get things back on track. So in the comments, there is the link to get your Dutch test, right? Get your Dutch test. See what your body's doing. When you get your Dutch test, it gets sent to you. You take it, you send it back in. If you have questions on it, let me know. And then we go over it. It takes an hour to go over all of your results together because it is so extensive, because we learn so much about your body. So let me know if you guys have questions, but I cannot wait for you to jump on board, get these results, and really start making this change. So again, right there in the comments, there is the link. Just click on the link, get it ordered for yourself, and then we can know exactly what your system is doing. All right, that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if you have any other questions. I do have a couple other things that I want to mention. My podcast, The Female Health Solution, and my YouTube channel, Dr. Beth Westie. Lots of resources for you. So if you need other content, ideas or directions, there's a ton of stuff there for you. And then I also have my tinctures for your cycle. These are really fantastic for helping balance everything. Ester balance, this is for helping create and maintain the right amount of estrogen in your body. And progesterone balance, this is also for creating and maintaining the right amount of progesterone. You take these days 1 through 14, days 15 through 28. And there is a Black Friday sale going on this weekend for these. And we are probably going to sell out pretty soon. So make sure if you want these, you go on my website and get your set. All right, that's what I got for you guys. I hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you need or any other questions that I need to answer for you. Otherwise, I will see you later.